Okay, grade 10's video number 3 with our quick recap. This one here is on literal equations, okay? Now with literal equations, we generally give you mostly alphabets and we ask you to solve for one of the alphabets or make one of the alphabets the subject of the formula. In your textbook, one of the exercises gave it like this. They gave you an equation and then in brackets they put in a variable, okay? And then that's the variable that you want to make the subject of the formula. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight this one over here. That means I want that one completely on its own. Now, when you're solving, you would have noticed up until now that everything is going basically in the opposite of BODMAS. So if you had to do multiplication and division first in BODMAS, I was saying and then I had to pause. If you had to do multiplication and division first in BODMAS and then addition and subtraction, when you solving, you basically do the addition and subtraction first, then you do divide or multiply. So that's what you're doing over here, okay? So I want a on its own. What's stopping me first is this n over 2. I can't get rid of this l, okay, because it's in a bracket. So remember I said do the opposite of BODMAS. BODMAS is brackets first, so in this case we're going to do brackets last. So the thing that's stopping me is this n over 2, okay? I'm going to do it in 2 steps just to show you, but I know that I have some smarty pants and they're just going to jump straight to the 3rd step. I want to get rid of the 2. It's divide by 2. So what's the opposite of divide by 2? Multiply by 2. So that means I'm going to say 2s is equal to n times a plus l. I'm just going to keep highlighting this a so that we've got our eye on the prize basically, okay? Or if you were in my class or if you've seen any explanations that I had, I was saying that we're saving the prince or the princess, okay? So everything else around it is like guarding it. So we want to get rid of all of those guards or things that, yeah. Let's continue. This here has an n in front of it that we want to get rid of. And its relation to this a is it's multiplied by it. So the opposite of it multiplied would be divide. That means both sides are getting divided by it. So I got 2s divided by n is equal to, you agree with me that there's nothing around the bracket anymore, so we can just get rid of it, a plus l. Okay, that's iron prize, that's what we wanted. To get rid of this L, it's plus L, so the opposite of it or the inverse of it would be minus L. So my final answer, minus L, is equal to A. I have made A completely on its own, and there we go. That's a literal equation. Let's try the next one. Again, I want you to try it first, pause in between, and then see if you can answer it on your own. Okay. We want G to be our subject, so I'm going to highlight the G, okay? What's stopping me over here is going to be this R. Also, another thing that happens to be stopping me is that my G is in the denominator. To get my G to be the numerator, what I can do is I can multiply both sides by this numerator. So I get F, G, R, high on the prize, is equal to mv squared. Okay, to get rid of this f, I divide both sides by f. And to get rid of this r, I divide both sides by r. So my final answer is over f r, because I just divided here by f r divided here by f r. This one is actually much easier than the first one. I hope that this helped you with literal equations.